Hi, I'm still Ben Voss and I still write the documentation for Lightwave. Just before we go for our second look at the colour picker, I want to draw your attention to the quality of the image here. We're in VPR now and you'll notice that this is really dark, crazily dark. It's so dark you can't see anything. This is because my Lightwave is in its default state of not using colour correction, not using the colour space settings we have. So if we go into the options panel using the O button on the keyboard and then we hit the CS tab, you'll see that we have our quick presets and everything is set to linear. If I change this to sRGB, see the difference that makes to our image. We can now start to see detail in the undercarriage and in the underside of the propeller. And really honestly, for about 90% of your work that you do with Lightwave, you will want to be in sRGB, this preset, because your monitor is probably sRGB, mine certainly are, and 90% of the world's are. So, like a standard monitor. Okay, anyway, that aside, let's go into the colour picker. From last time, we looked at how these worked, and these, and this. We didn't talk about this. So let's do that now. Okay, so if I go into settings, and I change it to float, our numbers, where they were 255 in integer, they would come in as 1.0. However, Lightwave doesn't calculate its colours going from 0 to 255. Lightwave calculates in a vast array of colours. I think it's 96 bits per channel, so red, green and blue. So we can go far past the 1.0. As far as you like. This number here is a normalizing factor, so this is a multiplier for all of these channels. You can leave it at 1, you can multiply it, you can say 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever, and you can halve it, you can make it half as bright again. Obviously when you're dealing with numbers that are as high as this, you're not going to see anything because the monitor is sRGB, so it has a limited colour space. But if you are using materials that will cater for it, then this is a very important number to note. I'm going to put it back to 1 for the time being, and I'm going to put that back to 1 as well. Okay, let's do something that's a little bit more fun, that means more. Okay, so we've got pick from image or pick from screen. And if I go into pick from image, these are all the images that are used for this scene, and I added an extra image in here of a Korean meal. Now, when we have sampling of 1 click, we can just click on a colour and we'll get our colour updated immediately here. Likewise, anywhere else I click in the middle. I can also choose to make an average. So if I make it 4 clicks, then my last 4 clicks will be averaged out and I'll get this kind of muddy yellow colour. I can change my sample size. So I can change it from 1 pixel to a 3x3 average or a 5x5 average. You probably don't want to do this along with this, the multiple clicks, because you will end up with mud. Anyway, that's that. We can also do pick from screen, and I have a 2-screen system on me today, but that doesn't really help you because all you can see is what's on this screen. So you can see that I can pick this colour from my propeller blade again. Down here we have our colour palette which you know by default, and usually it's with these shades of colour. However, you can actually choose the colour that you want to use in here. You can save your colours, so we can do set, and that will change this colour to here. You can use your cursor keys to move around the palette in case you don't want to set the same one or one next to each other, so we can do set again. You can also shift click on a colour, and that doesn't set it, but that will allow you to choose set again. You can also move around but use the control key, and that will set it as well from there automatically. So let's close the library, we don't need that. Okay, right.